Hello everyone, welcome back to the series of lectures on cybersecurity. I am Deepak Uniyal and I am going to discuss man command in this tutorial. So this command is used to display user manual of any command that we can run on terminal. So basically this is a manual, or you can say that this is a documentation. You can also say that this is built-in help system. So you can read manual or documentation of even man command using man and man, right? So this is for manual, and this is second keyword, which can be replaced by any keyword for which you want to see the manual pages, right? So this is any other command. In this course, if you remember, or if you have seen my previous videos, you can remember that we have discussed multiple commands like ls or mkdir and cd, right? Or maybe rm and so on. So if you want to learn about any of these commands, what you have to do, you need to type man, then provide a space here. This is space, and then the command. So if you are to learn about ls command, you have to type this. So let us go to terminal first and then understand this command and its various options. Here, if you want to know about man command, you have to type man first and then type man again. So here you can see first section of this command is name, and then there are multiple sections like synopsis or description, and you can see examples, overview and so on, right? If you want to go out of this, you have to press q, and there are some shortcuts for moving in between manual. So I will tell you those first. If you want to move one line forward, you have to press small j, press small k, and that will be one line backward at a time. If you want to go to the first line, press small g. If you want to go to last line, press capital G. There are some other commands like control F and control B. This command is to move one window forward. Another command, control B, this will move one window backward, right? So let us see these practically. If you want to go to last line, press capital G, and this is last line. You can see it here, 649 out of 672. So this is 649th line here. If you want to go to the first line, press small g, and here you are, right? You can use down arrow or up arrow to move one line at a time, but you can also press small g and it will make you move one line in the forward direction, and press k to move one line in the backward direction, right? Other than this, you have some conventions in the commands that you should learn. So we'll talk about them first and see them practically. So if you see any text in bold, you should type it exactly as you are seeing, right? So you can see it here. Man command is in bold, so you have to type it exactly as it is. Second thing, if you see anything in italic, you need to replace it with appropriate argument. Third, if you see anything in brackets, so these arguments within brackets are optional, and if required you can use them, otherwise it is not necessary. So you can see it here. These arguments in brackets are optional and are not necessary. Fourth one, if you see anything separated by this pipe symbol, this line, vertical line is called pipe symbol. So if you see like this, that means these arguments cannot be used together. And if it is like this, it means these arguments are optional and you can use one of them, right? Fifth thing, If you see something like this, one argument and then these three dots, it means this argument can be repeated. So it means you can repeat this argument multiple times, right? You can press Q and come out of this. There are some other things like combining options. So you can combine multiple options, and we'll see this for ls command. So if you want to know anything about ls command, so you have to type man ls to see the meaning and options for ls command. So what does this command do? This list directory contents, right? And there are some options like hyphen a, and another argument that you can see along with this is hyphen all. So this does not ignore entries starting with dot. So these dot files are hidden files. So if you type hyphen a or hyphen all, you will see all those files. And if these arguments are separated by commas, that means you can use one of them. This is long argument and this is short argument. You can see hyphen l, use a long listing format. There is another option hyphen h, or you can also write hyphen human readable. And what is this doing? With hyphen l or hyphen s, print human readable sizes. So it will print the size of files, but you have to use this command with either hyphen l or hyphen s, right? So we have seen hyphen l already. Other than this, you have some other options. So you can see hyphen w, or you can use hyphen width equal to columns. So what is this doing? This is setting output width to the columns, and if you are providing 0, that means there is no limit. So what options we have seen till now? We have seen hyphen l, hyphen h, or hyphen w, right? One another command that we have seen is hyphen a, or you can use hyphen all, right? So the right way to use these commands we'll see in terminal. Now you can see we have ls, and if you press hyphen l, you can see multiple things. We will discuss these things in coming lectures. But if you want to combine two of the options, then you have to type ls hyphen lh, or let us see hyphen h first. So one is l, one is h, but you can combine these two like this lh, right? And here you have size like 4096, but here we have 4K, 8K, and so on, right? Why this is 4K and 8K, that you will understand later. But before that, you can try to find out the reason behind this, because it is difficult for multiple files to have almost similar size 4K and 8K only. But you can try to search for this reasoning, right? Now clear this using Ctrl L and try to check the another command hyphen width and equal to, try to make it 40. So you can see, and now see the difference. Again I'm trying to make it 80, and now see the difference. So it is setting the column width here. Here it is 40, so this means till this line we have 40th column, then we have here 50th, or maybe 50th is far ahead but it was crossing that, so it avoided that. Then we came to 80, and you can try even 100 or 1000, so it will print on the whole line. You can also write it like this ls hyphen w, and then provide space and 60. So this is similar to above one, provide 1000, see if it comes to the whole width. But if there are argumented values separated by space, and if it is single character argument, then you can remove that space and effect will be similar. Here you go, right? Now learn more things about this man command. So a man page consists of multiple sections and information is divided into these multiple sections, and some of them are, you have seen, name or synopsis, description, configuration options, see also, and so on. So these are multiple sections. In addition to these conventionally named sections, for a man page there are man page sections areas, and each section area has an assigned number starting at 1 and going to 9. So I will write them for you. I have section number starting from 1 to 9. And if a man command comes from area 1, 2, or any of them, that means it has a special meaning. Let us go to the man page first and see where can you see this number. Do man ls and you can see it here. This is the section number, right? You can see if command is coming from multiple sections, then try to check 1 ls, and this content is coming from first section. If this command is also contained in some another section like 2, we'll check man 2 ls, and you can see there is no manual entry for ls in section 2. So you can try up to 9 and see if it has some content in another area or not. But this command has no content in another area. We'll talk about some other commands which have content in multiple areas. Now let us discuss the meaning of these sections. So if you have content in section 1, that means it had some executable programs or shell commands. If it comes from second, it means it had system calls. Third one, library calls. Fourth one, special files, and so on for each of them. For the sake of completion, I will write all these for you. Okay, so this is the meaning of all the commands. Occasionally a command of man page has content from multiple areas. So one of the command is host name, and this command comes from section number 1, 5, and 7, right? Let us go to the terminal and see it in practice. So you have to type man host name. First time when you press man host name, it shows you the command or content from the first one. But if you want to check the content from a specific page, you have to type man one host name, or try to check it from 2, but there is no entry in 2. You can type it 5 and then you can see there is content from 5. Similarly, you can type it man 7 host name and you will see the content from 7th one, right? Now most commands accept hyphen help or hyphen help option, so that you can get help for the command. You can also get help for the help command by typing help, and it will show you description of help command, right? If you want to check the help for host name, then you have to type host name hyphen help, right? Or you can type host name hyphen help, and this way you can see or get the help for this command, right? So I think this is enough introduction to man command. If you have any doubt or query regarding this, you can write the doubts in comments of these video lectures. So see you in the next lecture with some new concept. Till then, thank you so much.